Hi Pisces, this is Dana with Taurus Star Tarot, and I'm about to do a reading for your sign today that's going to span between the 1st of November, give or take, to about the 15th of November, give or take, and then I'll be back somewhere around the 15th, give or take, to do another reading for the last 2 weeks, give or take, of November. If you'd like a personal reading from me, you can reach me at taurusstartarot@gmail.com. This is not a personal reading. This is a general reading for a large group of energies, so only the strongest energies are going to come through in the cards. If this reading resonates with you, that's awesome. That means the divine is speaking directly to you through the tarot today. If it doesn't resonate with you, check back some other time and we'll see what we can do about that. On both of those points, it's extremely important that you know your astrological chart. In my opinion, the four most important aspects to understand is your sun sign, which today is Pisces, your rising, or sometimes called your ascending sign, your moon sign, and your Venus sign. Your sun sign talks about how it relates how the world interacts with you. Your rising or ascending sign is how you present yourself to the world. Your moon sign is how you feel about your world, and your Venus sign is how you love. So it's important to know those four things for yourself and for cross watchers as well. And by the way, welcome cross watchers. If you know those astrological aspects of your sign or the person you're cross watching for, you can put the pieces of the puzzle together and get a broader spectrum of situations, circumstances, and events that are going to unfold from this point forward. That being said, you're going to be able to find yourself somewhere in this reading. This is your past, your present, your future, and the outcome. You could watch this video and say, what? None of this has ever happened to me before. That means that it hasn't unfolded yet. You could find yourself in the middle of this reading, or you could find yourself at the end of this reading. And in that case, it's just a review of the who, what, where, when, and why of where you're at right now. So at some point during this reading, you should be able to find yourself. I'm not really caught up on the zodiac signs. The energies lend themselves to the cards. They don't own the cards. So just for instance, this 10 of Cups down here, this is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm not going to say that you're dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, because perhaps you're dealing with somebody that maybe has water in their chart somewhere that you don't even know about. Or perhaps you're dealing with somebody that perhaps you're dealing with an Aquarius that seems to be taking on the energies of a water sign at the moment. So we're not going to box these into signs. I'll mention them as we go along, but it's not the be all to end all when it comes to your reading, okay? Also remember that in this world, you have free will for your destiny. And to direct the direction of your destiny, you need to be at the helm of your ship, pointing it in the right direction. Life is not a gimme. None of this is going to happen without some kinetic effort on your part, okay? All right, let's do a quick prayer and we'll throw one up and see how the cards turn out for you today. Gods and goddesses, God, goddess, angels, ascended masters, loved ones, source, truth, light, the divine, life. Whoever or whatever is in the place where this person goes to seek guidance, wisdom, and direction. Wherever they go when they need to be quiet and go inside, that is the energy that I am asking to present themselves in these cards today and to use me as a blank slate and a humble tool in order to bring through the most important messages that you need Pisces to hear today. I thank you in advance for your guidance and your patience with me. Amen. All right, let's do this. Let's get straight to the point and see what these cards have to say for you today. So this is your past, your present, your future, and the outcome, okay? These are your foundational cards. Now the story, just from these cards, is in the recent past. You were waiting, okay? The Three of Wands talks to us about future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. And I do believe that you have been waiting because future planning and decisions, he's obviously put forth the effort to do whatever he needs to do right there. I don't know if he's waiting for his crops to grow. I don't know if those little things down there are ships coming in or workers or whatever, but he's waiting for the results of whatever is going on right there, right? In this reading for this card right now, you have been waiting, Pisces. You've been waiting. You've been waiting for your Nine of Cups, right? You've been waiting for your wishes to be fulfilled. You've been waiting for happiness and satisfaction in your life. In your future energy, you present as the Fool. You are going to have a new beginning and take a new journey. How do we know that? Because the Page of Cups is bringing you a message of feelings, right? So with just these 4 cards, we can say you've been waiting for your wishes to be fulfilled. You're taking a new journey because of a message of emotion that has come, okay? So now let's read the story, okay? And these cards right here, these are the phases that you will go through to get to the conclusion that will push you to the next topic, okay? And you could be anywhere in this phase. This could take seconds. This could take hours, days, weeks, okay? Each one of these is a stage of progression that you're going to go through, okay? So in your recent past, you have the 3 of Wands. You've been waiting. What have you been waiting on? You've been waiting to hear about a coming together, okay? The 3 of Cups talks to us about celebration, friendship, creativity, and community. So you have been waiting for news that will bring to you the feelings that you've been waiting on. Okay, does that make sense? Seriously waiting. Temperance card is you have been very patiently waiting on this situation, on this 3 of Cups to come about. Now, I do want to point something out right here. He has 3 wands. There's 3 cups right there, right? And we'll see if anything else shows up in the reading about this. But oftentimes, 3s can talk about somebody having to make choices in their life, okay? Somebody having to make a choice between 2 people because they would be the third party, right? So either you've been waiting to make a choice or somebody else, you're waiting on somebody else to make a choice. That is part B, right? So for part A, we're just going to continue on, and I'm going to keep my eyes open for any more symbolism that would indicate that somebody needs to make a choice between 2 different people or 2 different things. So you've been waiting for this celebration to manifest, right? You've been very patiently waiting for this celebration to manifest. You've been thinking and contemplating on it heavily. What have you been thinking and contemplating on? Your broken heart. What have you been thinking and contemplating on? Your broken heart and maybe the lack of forward motion in the situation. Because you're waiting on this, and this can't happen until there's forward motion, right? And obviously it hasn't happened yet because you're still waiting in your recent past, okay? And to you, this would be the be-all to end-all. When this happens, what you're waiting for right there, when that 3 of Cups, that celebration, that friendship, that union, that coming together, when that happens, it would be the 10 of Pentacles for you. It's everything. It's the be-all to end-all. It's what you want. It's what you desire, right? This would represent to you security in some way, somehow. Recent past. Your present energy is the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups talks to us about wishes fulfilled, comfort, happiness, and satisfaction. That's what you're presenting as your current energy. That is what you want. This is where you are going in your head, right? This is what you are working towards in your present energy. That's crossed by the Hermit. The Hermit says that you're going to go inside and do some soul searching, right? Some introspection. You're going to be alone for a minute and seek some inner guidance, which is a good thing. The Hermit is a good card. The Hermit helps us to be able to cope and deal and sort out and compartmentalize our life, right? So you're going to go into the Hermit mode and you're going to contemplate and seek some inner guidance and do some soul searching about the conflict in a relationship or a situation in your life. You are going to come out of that Hermit mode with a sense of transition. It's a regretful but necessary transition. So whatever decision that you made right here when you were in the energy of the Hermit about the conflict that's going on in your life right now, you made the decision that you are going to move forward with a regretful but necessary transition into calmer waters in regards to a relationship, right? The Lovers talks to us about love, harmony, relationships, alignments, and value alignments and choices, right? So this can be choices about a relationship. So you've made a decision to transition into calmer waters in regards to a relationship. You've chose to transition into calmer waters about a relationship in your life. This relationship that you were probably waiting on back here, right? That you're waiting on, that there's no forward motion. You have some kind of a broken heart from the past. You've been thinking about it a lot. You've been patiently waiting, right? And over here in your present, you are deciding that you just need to move on. You just need to move on. It's you just need to move on. Clarified by the Four of Wands in reverse. The Four of Wands in reverse talks to us about transition, right? It also talks to us about a breakdown in communication and transition. So because of the lack of forward momentum right here with the Chariot card, in regards to all of the other cards around it, that's telling me that there is a breakdown in communication and a transition that you are going to initiate in your life in regards to a relationship. Clarified by the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups upright is love, right? But the Ace of Cups in reverse is blocked or repressed emotions. So I think you're just going to stuff it all down, chalk it up as a loss, and carry on. Clarified by the Moon. The Moon is your subconscious, your intuition, fear, anxiety, and illusion, right? Which goes right along with this. I'm sure that you have some anxiety, some sad feelings, but in your subconscious, you know that you have waited too long and that it's time to go forward, right? Whether you keep the avenues of hope open for this to materialize for you, you've decided to let it go and let divine timing happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think you're just kind of apathetic at this point, right? Crossed by the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Three of Pentacles in reverse talks to us about teamwork, collaboration. So this is definitely, you're giving up on the idea that this is ever going to come together for you. Okay, you're giving up on the idea that this is ever going to come together for you. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, because of delays, right? Because of delays or lack of motivation, apathy. Culminated with the Death card. The Death card is endings, change, transformation, and transition, right? So you are putting an ending to the waiting that you've been doing. You're just not going to wait anymore. You're like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. And I just want to go back and talk about some of these energies real quick, because we have fire energy right here, which is Sag, Leo, and Aries. We have water energy here, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Temperance. Temperance is, what is Temperance? Temperance is Sagittarius, fire energy again. Then we have water energy. Then we have air energy, which is Libra. What is air energy? It's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Sorry. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius right there. And then we have the Chariot. The Chariot is water energy. It's Cancer specifically. And then we have earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Water. The Hermit is Virgo. The Five of Wands is fire. Six of Swords, air energy. The Lovers is Gemini. Wands are fire energy again, Sag, Leo, Aries. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pisces. Earth. Fire. And Scorpio. Okay, so you have made the decision in this hermit mode here that you're done waiting. You're done waiting. You're going to just go about your business in regards to a relationship. There's going to be transition, lack of communication, transition, maybe transition because of a lack of communication, right? Because of blocked or repressed emotions, somebody just isn't willing to play. Somebody's just not willing to play, and you're tired of it. You're tired of it. You can't just keep this up in your mental anymore, right? You just can't keep it up in your mental anymore. Lack of teamwork, disregard for skills, Ace of Wands in reverse, delays, lack of motivation, and the Death card, transition, an ending, a change, a transformation. So you're going to stop waiting. You're going to carry on with your life, and you're going to stop waiting. However, in your future, you present as the Fool. The Fool is beginnings, right? Beginnings, spontaneity, and a new journey. What is this about? Planning for your future. With the King of Swords energy, the King of Swords, he is a clear-thinking, intellectual, authoritative kind of guy. So you're going to have a new beginning and take a new journey. Plan for your future, right? This is air energy, by the way. This is fire energy. You're going to take a new journey, have a new beginning, start planning for your future. The Two of Wands is future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. With that King of Swords right there, let's see. I'm going to lay out. I'm going to read these other cards so we can come back to this King of Swords and figure out the role that energy is playing in your immediate future. So we have the King of Swords, followed by the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks to us about courage, persistence, and resilience. Codependency, which it's not necessarily the psychological codependency thing where it's a bad thing. This card just necessarily means that you are dependent on another, right? With the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse talks about coming out of your mental imprisonment, right? Being open to new perspectives and releasing. Swift energy. The message about commitment, and the Ten of Cups. All right, I know exactly what this is, and particularly in regards to this, okay? All right, here we go. So you have decided in your recent past and in your present energy that you're just going to let this go, right? As much as you want it, because you've been waiting for a long time. So as much as you want it, you just have no forward momentum, right? No forward momentum. And you've obviously known this person. I mean, this is obviously a love reading. It's turning into a love reading. I can't help what the cards have to say, right? So you've obviously known this person in the past because you have a broken heart from this situation, okay? You have a broken heart from this situation. And you also have a broken heart because there's no forward movement going on. And you see this, if this situation were to come to complete culmination, there would be celebration and the be all to end all, right? You really want this to happen, but it's not happening. It's not happening. You want your wishes to be fulfilled, but it's not happening, right? So you go inside and you contemplate about the conflict that's going on. You come to the decision that you need to make a regretful but necessary transition into the next phase of your life in regards to this relationship, right? Because there's a breakdown in communication and also a transition. And also a transition in regards to blocked or repressed emotions, which is all mixed up in this bag right here. You have your subconscious mind and your intuition telling you that you need to let go of this situation. You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is a lack of teamwork, right? It's just not happening, Pisces. It's just not happening. The Ace of Wands in reverse says there's delays and a lack of motivation, and then Death comes in and says there's an ending. The Fool, and then it goes right back up to here, right? Because this is your present, and then in your future, we have you having a new beginning and taking a journey and planning for your future. Now, are you taking a new beginning and planning for your future because you've left this all behind and you're just going about your business? You're going to live your life and come what may, right? However, we have the King of Swords coming in. The King of Swords is coming in and he's delivering a message to you. Swords are all about our thoughts. They're about our thoughts, everything that's up in our head, and they're about implementing decisions, right? And the King of Swords speaks his truth. Somebody is going to speak their truth to you. So you have this going on, you have this going on, right? You've made the decision, you're going forward, you're having a new beginning, you're taking a new journey, you're going to start planning for your future. But then the King of Swords pops in. The King of Swords pops in and says, I have something to say, and it's going to be extremely logical, straightforward. This is a head over heart kind of guy, right? You don't get to be the King of Swords by making emotional decisions. This is a no bullshit kind of guy, right? And he's going to come in and deliver a straightforward, well thought out message to you. Now let's read about the energy of this King of Swords. Because I think this is an important pivotal turning point in this reading. The King of Swords' throne sits in his element of air. His sword is predominantly displayed and he appears to be in deep thought. The King of Swords has a cool, detached air which makes him rather difficult to fathom, a case of still waters run deep, which can make him intriguing. Usually he is strong, with an easy air of authority and a just nature. He's a rational man with analytical thinking who prefers logic to emotion and likes clear, set rules. Emotionally, he can appear to be misleading, for although he tends not to make a great show of public emotions, as a partner he is strong and loyal to his loved ones and takes his responsibilities seriously. Okay, this is usually a guy in uniform, right? He's just a very serious kind of guy, right? And he is coming in to deliver you some kind of a message because this is not your energy in this reading. I don't see this as being your energy unless you're speaking the truth to yourself finally. But that already happened back here. So why would that be in your future position? I think this is somebody coming in to your life to speak their truth to you. I think this person that you've been waiting on is coming in the middle of this whole decision that you've already made to move forward. He's coming in to talk to you. He's coming in to talk to you, and he's crossed by the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks to us about resilience and courage. So this King of Wands has finally come with the courage to tell you a message about something. And then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, which says codependency, which tells me that this King of Swords right here is going to talk to you, deliver a message to you about coming together, Then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Once you get that message, you're going to release all of this anxiety over here and come out with a new perspective, right? You're going to come out with a new perspective, and there's going to be some pretty swift change that happens in your life after that message is delivered. And look at that, the Page of Swords. He's going to deliver the message, right? I mean, he's part of the message. He's an intricate element to this particular unfolding that's happening in your future position. The Page of Swords talks to us about being talkative, curious, energetic. It just confirms the message, okay? The message is delivered between the King of Swords and the Page of Swords, right? So there is a message. It's confirmation that there is a message coming for you from this King of Swords energy. What is this message about? Commitment. Hierophant is the card of Taurus, and it has to deal with everything that is spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, conformity, tradition, institutions, which all boil down to commitment. You can't have any of that without commitment. So he's bringing you a message about commitment, which is, boom, going to push you into the Ten of Cups energy. The Ten of Cups energy is the be-all to end-all, right? It's harmony, marriage, happiness, and alignment. So you could either have made this decision right here and ending a transformation, you're going to take a new journey and start planning for your future, or this could be because of this message from the King of Swords, right? Persistence that he has in regards to coming together and being codependent upon one another, sending you out of your mental imprisonment and releasing all of the doubt and despair that you had before and getting some new perspectives with some super swift change. Sandwiched by the Page of Swords again, which confirms that this is the message. These three cards is the message that this King of Swords energy is sending to you about commitment, which will result in the Ten of Cups that you want. You want the Nine of Cups, but now this Ace of Swords, this King of Swords is going to present you with the Ten of Cups, right? So in your outcome, it's confirmed with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is an initial messenger. It's not the King of Cups. It's not the Knight of Cups. It's not a full-blown, I love you, I want to marry you, I want forever with you. But it's the beginning of the cycle talking about a relationship, talking about feelings with this King of Swords, right? So, past, present, future. The outcome is you get this message of feelings, right? You get this message of love from this King of Swords person right here. You get this message of love from this King of Swords person, and the Star card comes out and says that there's hope, faith, purpose, renewal, and spirituality as a result of this message right here, right? And your future confirms it. And then it's all topped off by the Sun card, which is positivity, fun, warmth, success, and vitality. So Pisces, that was your reading. In your recent past, you've been waiting for this situation to culminate. In your present energy, you're kind of giving up. You're not like giving up like, screw this, I don't want this anymore, I'm out of here. You're giving up with apathy. You're like, you're giving it up to the divine. You're like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I need to carry on with my life, and I'm not going to sit around and be all wound up in my head about this situation, thinking about my broken heart and thinking about, I'm just not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to have a new beginning. I'm going to plan for my future. Looks like you might be planning for your future with a King of Swords person, right? Because he's persistent and he's coming back to tell you about coming together, right? About codependency, about depending upon each other. Even though he may be a little emotionally insecure, he's timid about it, but nevertheless, he's here, or she, but he, I'm saying, because of the King of Wands, right? Which is going to release you from all of this mental baggage that you have right here, and it's going to give you some new perspectives. This is going to happen very, very quickly, out of nowhere, right? Because you're just going along, you're like, I'm just going to live my life, whatever. You kind of put it down, right? You put it down, but boom, it's showing up, and it's showing up pretty quickly. That Page of Swords confirms this message right here, right? About commitment and having everything together, right? This Ten of Pentacles back here, remember I said that you were waiting on this situation so patiently because it's everything. You feel like you can have everything with this person, and boom, now you have it. The outcome is you will receive a message about love. You'll receive a message about love, and there will be positivity, success, and vitality in your life, culminated with the sun. I'm sorry. So the star. I was looking at the sun card, reading the sun card. So you're going to get a message of love. The culmination to this whole reading is that you're going to get a message of love, and hope, faith, purpose, and renewal is going to happen in your life. And then you'll have positivity, fun, warmth, success, and vitality, right? That's awesome, Pisces. That is really, really awesome. Let's pull an oracle card for you from the Victoria Francis oracle cards. They're scary on the outside, but don't judge a book by its cover, because their messages are really, really deep, right? And I guess that kind of emulates my personality right there. I don't judge a book by its cover. It's what's on the inside that counts for me. Whoops, we have a flipper already. All right, card number 35. Let's see what that has to say for you. I have to read out of the book. The tarot and I, we have a relationship. Oh my God, look, it's new beginnings and opportunity. As you work your way through life's obstacles, you will suddenly turn a corner and arrive at a clear path. If you have been living life in the fast lane, you must find time to slow down and take each day as it comes. The need to move quietly forward is important now. You do not have to rush decisions. Just take them as they come, right? Making the right choices is imperative to how things will work out in the future. Do not stress. The worst is behind you. The future is looking bright. But remember, you have been through a lot of late, and now be kind to yourself and take things at the pace you choose. Oh my gosh, the tarot just never ceases to amaze me. It never ceases to amaze me. That is your message, Pisces. Your message is that you did the right thing by letting go and let God is what they say, but let go and let the divine timing happen. And lo and behold, it freaking does. There you go, Pisces. That was your reading. I'll be back in the middle of November to give you another one. If you'd like a personal reading from me, they're only $35, and you can reach me at taurusstartarot@gmail.com. Namaste.